Good morning from Botswana, B Field, BCA 2, where we have Rwanda taking on Mozambique in this Kalahari Women's T20 tournament organized by the Botswana Cricket Association. Situation at the moment is Mozambique have won the toss and elected to bat first, unfortunately losing a wicket in the first over. Speaking to you at the moment, Karabo Mutlanka, and this morning I'm joined by Mr. James Moses.
Yeah, good morning, viewers and listeners. It seems like we have a game on our hand here this morning.
And that makes it an excellent start by Rwanda so far, picking up the second wicket. Mary Diane Bimenyimana, the former captain, she's not captaining in this tour, picking up a wicket there, could catch at point. Mozambique losing their second wicket after losing Irene Muluvo very early on. Good start by Rwanda here, James Moses. Mozambique after choosing to bat first. Things not quite going according to plan.
Yeah, yes, it happens. Rwanda seems to be on the mark this morning. The first 2 wickets is down for I think it's 3 runs.
Mozambique they're losing the second wicket of Abelina Muyani. The loss of Mozambique's second wicket there, bringing Rosalia Hayong to the wicket. Left-handed batter, facing off against Meridian Bimenyimana, well-known name in Africa women's cricket. Big appeal, first ball on the mark, just outside off stump. Rwanda seem to be quite energized here, James.
Yes, it seems like Rwanda is on the mark this morning. Very challenging name there, Rwanda.
I think you can say Diane.
Diane. Diane.
Rwanda have started very well with the ball here, looking to pitch the ball up. Captain for Rwanda, Ruzin Irera, starting very well with some off-spin in the first over. Getting the ball to grip quite a bit on the surface here, Jay.
Yes, this wicket is known to turn a bit, and it seems like also the captain, seems like, well, the former captain is getting some swing there. The swing is going into the batsman.
Coming to the third over here with Rosine Herrera continuing. Bowling to Fernanda Zavala. Big edge there, just overslip. Big chase on towards the third man region. Looking to come back for 2, but they'll turn it down. Good sharp piece of fielding there. Mozambique, of course, looking to rebuild after a shaky start. You all know cricket is about partnerships, and they'll be looking to build one here.
Yes, they should. take into consideration the start that they have now. Rosina seems to be on the mark this morning. Like,
chance there, gone. Just popped up to mid-wicket. Mozambique now losing their third wicket. Fernanda Zavala just chipping. Sorry, that's not Fernanda. Rosalia Hayong chipping it to mid-wicket. They're making it an easy catch. And Rwanda on a roll. 3 for 3 after 2.2 overs.
I don't think that's the start that Mozambique was looking for this morning. As you said, they need to have a partnership, or else the game will be over in any time. Karab.
Yes, disappointing start for Mozambique, but an excellent one for Rwanda. Right on the mark, pitching the ball up. Very few loose balls, no room given, and the chances coming. Walking to the wicket here for Mozambique, Christina Magaya. Looking to face up Rosina Herrera. On fire here, having picked up 2 wickets in her first 8 balls. Little bit of room given. Oh, Church just missed there at cover. Looks like it's rolling away. 4 runs, first ball. Something for the Mozambicans to cheer for this morning.
Yeah, that's a good reply from Mozambique. That ball was struck very firmly.
Yes, for the first time this morning, Rosini Herrera giving a little bit of width outside the off stump and coming to the wicket, fresh to the wicket, Christina Magaya indulged it. A big correction there by Rosine, realizing her error from the previous ball, just tightening up her line. That brings the end of the third over. Mozambique reeling a little bit to the score on 7 for 3. Rwanda on fire, having started well.
I don't think too much is happening concerning the wickets. I just think the batsmen need to apply themselves, knowing that they have lost 3 wickets and they need to consolidate here.
Yes, facing this onslaught from Rwanda early on in this Kalahari Women's T20. Rwanda, I'm sure, coming here with expectations of winning the tournament. Mary Diane Bimengimana.
That's a very challenging surname there, Karabo.
Yeah, but I won't stop trying.
That's what we're here for.
Just edge through to third man there. Come through for a single. Fernanda Zavala getting this to go ticking. That's what they need to do, Mozambique here. Just keep the score rotating for a while. Try to get themselves to some sort of base power score. Maybe after this power play, try not to lose too many more wickets.
Yes, they have to. The bowling is pretty tight at the moment. Seems like they're bowling pretty straight.
No big appeal there. All just look to be sliding down leg. Big appeal with a wide given. So bemused look on Mary's face there.
Yes.
There was a big appeal, but a white given by the umpire.
Yeah, it was. She's probably thinking that it nicked something, preferably the bat. That's what she thinks.
Looking to play leg side, leading edge towards the gully region, and they scamper through for a single. Good sharp awareness from the non-striker there. Fernanda, very sharp, looking to take anything they can at this point.
Yeah, well, they have to. Marie is bowling very straight, as you can see. She's concentrating dead in middle, and the ball is actually coming into the batsman.
There was a little bit of wrist work there from Fernanda, trying to work that one through the mid-wicket region, unfortunately hitting the fielder at mid-on. You're right, Meridiania looks to be targeting stump to stump with a little bit of a way shape. Oh, lovely. Lovely delivery there. Just about fourth, fifth stump. Challenges the batter to have a little bit of a drive on it. We haven't seen anything drop short here from the Rwanda bowlers. Everything looks to be quite pitched up.
Yeah, they're on the mark, and if you look at the field set also, I think they're trying to set a trap here. I wanted the batsman to go across because only two fielders in the leg side.
This time straying on the legs and fantastically put away. Rosalia Hyong. Yes, just searching for that stump to stump line here. Meridian Bimenyimana getting it slightly wrong, and the batter there just indulging herself with a nice flick down to the square leg boundary.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you're bowling that line. You have to be on mark, in particular with your field set. There's only two fielders in the leg side. Once you stray just a bit on the leg side, it's more like a free hit.
Yes, indeed. With the field set as the way it is, with the 7-2 field, but still attacking to look for the stump. Maybe they could use one more fielder on that leg side. Depending on the line that she's looking to bowl. If she's looking to bowl that type of line, then I'd say the field is fine.
Yeah, exactly. 7-2 field, just about off stump, fourth stump, would be perfect.
And that brings the end of the fourth over. Mozambique 13 for 3. Looking to rebuild here after a fiery start from Rwanda. They look to be quite on the ball.
Yes, but Mozambique is still not backing down. They're still playing their shots. I think we have a change in bowling here from the UB end.
Yes, change in bowling here coming from the University of Botswana end. Henriette Mshimwe coming on to bowl, one of Rwanda's top performers. One of their tried and tested. Coming in to challenge Christina Fernanda. We had a change to a 6-3 field now with the square leg, mid-wicket and mid-on.
It only seems to have one fielder out. They're trying to put the pressure in Mozambique, try to hit over the top.
Oh, big swing there. Christina fancying that length, but that ball just pitching and nipping slightly away from her. Looking at how she lined up that one, looks to be quite some positivity, and that big shot has brought about a field change with Miron moving a bit back outside the circle, say about 3/4 of the way to the boundary.
Yes, Mozambique seems like if they're going to get us total today, they're going to fight doing it. Anything that you identified, that they identified, seems like they're going for it.
Oh, another pitched up ball there, moving slightly away from the batter. Christina not holding back here. She's recognizing balls pitched up and still looking to go over the top, despite the fielder having been moved back in the previous delivery.
Not at all. She's not discouraged by that. Let's say if fortune favored the brave here.
Nice solid drive towards the mid-off area. She's looking very positive. Here's Christina. Henriette Ishimwe starting very well. Looking to keep that off-stump line. Slight bit of movement, not too much.
Yeah, in the morning it happens here in the morning. You do get a little bit of movement in the morning. What do you think about the wicket, Karabel?
The wicket looks to be playing well. Looks to be well consistent so far. Looks like if batters apply themselves, they might get some joy. It was interesting, however, what we saw from the first over with Rosini Herrera starting off with off spin and starting to get some turn on it. That will be interesting to see how many spinners actually we get to see.
Yeah, I think after identified the second bowler, the second over, I think they realized that there's some movements in the wicket. So I think they switched to seamers. And here's an exchange again.
Yes, score still 13 for 3 after 5 overs. Maiden over there from Henriette Ishimwe. Coming into bowl from the golf course in there, Josiane. Coming to bowl here, the last over of the power play. Mozambique on 13 so far.
There seems to be some swift changes. We have 4 changes already, 4 bowlers. This is the 4th bowler. Bowling now. What do you think that is?
Could be down to their strategy, just trying to make sure maybe get everyone into the tournament early. First game of the tournament being just get everybody nice and loosened up into the game nice and early. Josiane here starting very well. Ball about 5th stump. Looks to have a good bustling action up to the wicket. Nice high jump.
Yeah, nice
lot
high
of energy.
Jump. Rwanda seems to be targeting the stump. Mozambique is not holding back, Karabel. They're 3 wickets down in the 5th over. And once they identify a ball that is pitched up, they're going for it.
Yes, this is T20 cricket after all. From what we've seen of late, positivity is the way to go. So well flicked through the mid-wicket region there. Good timing on that ball. On about midland leg stump. Big chase to the boundary. Stop just inside. Big throw in. Looking for the 3rd. Not quite on. Good cricket all round, I'd say. Looks to be a positive approach here from Fernanda Zavala.
Is it fair to say that Mozambique has a plan also? Because they're actually going for it, even though they're 3 wickets down.
Yes, of course, losing those 3 wickets has dented the possible scoring rate. With Rwanda actually keeping tight lines here, they're having to try and manufacture some shots. Give the bat a bit of a flash, try to get some runs on the board, but it's good to see the positivity.
As you say, it's good cricket all around. Mozambique is still on the front foot, still trying to score runs.
A strong drive into the cover region there. Good footwork, ball pitched up, getting the foot nicely to the ball, head over the ball. Nice classic drive.
Yeah, call that confidence.
of course, exciting here to see the talent on show. Fished up again on the offside, who worked through just about forward square leg, coming back for the second run. There you go, good positive cricket from Mozambique. Looks like a short run there called by the umpire. It's unfortunate. You want to be getting every single run that you can.
Yeah, Mozambique need it. They need every single run they can get.
Shosian here. Last couple of balls have been quite pitched up. Even though that one was on the offside, it was flicked through a, say, about forward square leg region. Might do well with maybe just pulling her length back a little bit, making it a bit tougher for these Mozambican batters.
Yeah, that last stroke, they managed to make a field change here. I think square legged went out and fine leg came up. That was a shot and a miss. I wonder seems to stick to their plan. They pitch the ball up and then see what happens. See what movements they can get from the opening overs.
Yes, and that brings an end to the power play. Mozambique having secured 16 runs at the loss of 3 wickets. I'm sure Rwanda will be very happy with the start that they've had so far. Just interesting on the last ball of that over there. Rwanda for the first time going with a 5-4 field, maybe realizing that Fernanda was targeting the leg side quite a bit, choosing to reinforce.
Yeah, we are now in the second power play. We still have a number of fielders in.
Yes, and here Tishimwe. Continuing here with this tight lines that we've seen from the Rwanda women so far. We have, as you have mentioned, power play is done now. But we do have only 2 fielders outside the circle. We have a long one out and a third man. Big flash outside the off stump there. Still positivity from the Mozambican batters. They'll do well to try and maybe reduce the dot ball percentage so far. Rwanda will be happy with runs not being scored and waiting for their chances.
Yes, Rwanda have been on the mark except for Marie. Bowled a few wides. Everything so far has been on the dot.
Slight back of a length ball there. Still quite tight lines, still at the stumps. Rwanda showing good energy on the field here. These Rwanda ladies do play quite a bit of cricket. I would say they are well oiled.
Yes, they do. They do have a good team. Remember a couple of years ago. Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago they qualified for the World Cup under 19. That was a very good feat on Rwanda's behalf. The senior team has been doing well also. They have won a tournament last year. Yeah, what we called, you could help me out there?
Kibuka.
The Kabuka Cup.
So big flash here still coming from Christina with Henrietta Tishimwe still keeping that tight line outside the off stump. I'm sure Mozambique now realizing they might have to get a go on with only 16 runs so far on the board after in this the 7th over.
I'm so liking this bowling, Kurago. I'm really liking this bowling. This is something from my heart. I feel very pleased to see the line and length of the Rwandan bowlers.
Pull toss there, flicked away over the backward square leg region.
What they call that, the commentator's curse.
Yes.
Yeah.
You put the mockers on big time. That's probably the biggest loose ball we've seen so far this morning.
We said that a ranking full toss there, man.
But well put away.
Well, yes.
Welcome here by Mozambique. Christina, I'm sure she's been waiting for that delivery. Big cheer coming from the Mozambique dugout. A bit of relief.
Mozambique, they're still fighting, as we said. Once they identify anything, they're giving it a go.
Yes, that moves their score on to 20 for 3 after 8 overs. As I said, they'll probably be looking to try and reduce that dot ball percentage. Henriette Hime will be disappointed with the last ball. She's a serious operator, as we've seen so far. She's been tight in her lines and length. Maybe trying to push a little bit harder without a wicket coming.
Yes, I think sometimes we as bowlers, we have to be a little bit patient, take what is given to us. That ball is just as good as gold.
Yes, in this format of the game, dot ball percentages, all these KPIs that coaches talk about in dressing rooms nowadays. Josiane did finish the last over with a 5-4 field, but they have moved that square leg over to third man now. Still making adjustments in the field. But they still do have a 5-4 field. They have a deep backward square leg, they have a deep mid wicket out, and a third man.
No way.
Boulder! Right on the mark. We've seen full lengths from Josiane in the last over, and this one she's gotten right on the mark, in the middle stump, right in the block hole.
Yeah, it finally pays off for her. As you can see, the field adjustment with the mid wicket, trying to save the boundary. And she was right on the mark again, full and straight.
Yes, you can't go wrong with full and straight. Disappointment there for Fernanda. She was building up a little bit of momentum. Mozambique having hit that ball, that boundary in the end of the last over. But unfortunately, she has to walk back from it after an excellent delivery from Josiane.
Next batsman in, Olga. It's Olga Kalas. Oh, Isabel. Sorry, Isabel Christina. Is it Chuma?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Isabel Christina Chuma coming in to join Christina Fernando Magaya at the crease. 20 for 4 here. Mozambique will be feeling uneasy with the way things are going. They've showed a lot of positivity, but the quality of the Rwandan bowling so far proving to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, I wonder what the message or the strategy for the new batsman coming out now. Oh.
Josiane here still keeping that very full length. This time quite a bit way outside of stump. Big flash there from the batter.
I think Mozambique need to consider a reset here. We said 20 over game, but 20 overs is still a lot. They still have another 12 overs to go.
Yeah, she's maintaining that fuller length. Not quite maintaining the line that she got. She managed to get the wicket off. She's given a little bit of room there. Better maybe new to the crease, not quite getting those feet moving. Oh, big flash here from Isabel Christina Chuma. She's fancying this. She's seen a few balls pitched up and eyes are starting to light up.
Yeah, I think Isabel was given an instruction here to move on with it.
She's finally get some contact. Fantastic straight drive. Finally, after her eyes have lit up for the past few deliveries, she manages to get one right past the mid-on fielder. Brilliant. Say the classic on drive.
The signs is clear here. The signs is clear. Anything that she can identify, she's going at.
Yes, just ruining the figures there of that over from Josiane, who has maintained that very full length, but this time she's met her match on that delivery. With Isabel Christina Chuma managing to get that one away, moving the score to 20 for 4, 26 for 4 after 9 overs.
Do you think that Rwanda has been a little bit too attacking here? In particular, you can see the intentions of the Mozambique batters.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that. I would just say about Josie, even though it has worked for her so far, I feel that she could maybe do with maybe pulling the length back slightly, not making it so easy for that ball to be driven down the ground. But then again, it was an excellent shot. It has been working for her so far. But this time, the better being up to the mark. Well lifted over the mid-wicket region. A big chase on and a fantastic shot. Well placed between the two fielders at mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket and long on. Rosette Shimwamana getting her second delivery put away here. This is the second time we're seeing a spinner. And with Mozambique looking to get on the charge a bit, that ball well placed between the deep mid-wicket fielder and the long on fielder. Fantastic shot here from Cristina Fernando.
Yes, Mozambique is still on the attack.
Oh, she goes for it again. Back into that mid-wicket region. Oh, misfield there on the boundary, and Mozambique getting back-to-back fours. Cristina Fernando Magaya has recognized something that she likes.
Yeah. She recognizes the spin of Rosette. I don't think she's going to hold back here, Karabo.
Yes, with the tough start that Mozambique have had, those two boundaries back-to-back will be very welcome. Something we haven't seen from Rwanda so far. A slight misfield there on the square leg boundary from Mary Josie Tumukunde. I'm sure those are not the standards they try to keep. Oh, she's gone again. Up in the air towards the mid-wicket region. Falls just short of the fielder. Looks like the game has come alive again, Mr. Moses.
Yeah, I think it could have been a better effort from the fielder there.
Yes, just dropping short there. Maybe a bit undecided on whether to go full dive for the catch.
Yeah, Mozambique is really going for it. It seems like they identify something that they would like, in the slow bowling. I think Rwanda would have to consider what they're doing here in sense of the bowling change. What do you think? What do you think, Rob? I think they probably should stick to the seamers a bit. Or maybe that is just their bowling change plans. I don't know.
Yeah, yes, at the halfway stage here with Mozambique on 35 for 4. Looking to build up after a bit of a tough start, but looking to get some momentum over the last over or two.
Seems like it's going to be spin again.
Yes, Mary Josie Tumukunde, who's just had a bit of a blip on the field there, looking to have a comeback with the ball. Spin again. Maybe a tactic from Rwanda now, getting through the middle overs, having realized the turn on the pitch that it took early on.
But don't you think it's a little bit dangerous? Bowling to the short side.
It's gone up in the air. Fielder underneath it at mid-wicket. Oh, just put down. Unfortunate there for Rwanda. Another chance created. Ball going sky high. And unfortunately put down there at mid-wicket. I think the tactic here from Rwanda, bringing the spinners on, seeing how Mozambique are playing, might feel that the chances could be coming.
And the chances are coming. In the last over, there was a good chance of a wicket there. But the fielder was undecisive whether they want to go and take the catch or save the two.
This is our first look here at some left arm spin. Doesn't seem to be getting too much purchase off the wicket so far. Maybe not getting too many revs going so far, so trying to guide the ball into place for now.
Yeah, I think it's just they're concentrating and just bowling a slow ball. Seeing what Mozambique is doing, I think they have a better chance. That was a good field by the ex Rwandan captain.
Good bit of work there at long on after. Good shot there by Isabel Christina Chuma. Still the positivity coming from the Mozambicans here. Pulled away towards the deep square leg region. Ball spinning, but the fielder does well to keep it down to 1 run.
The Mozambican batters, they are still scoring, as well as they're still attacking also.
Big shot here, gone into the mid-wicket region again. Bounces just short of the fielder. We come through for 1 run. Yes, there's some positivity from the Mozambican batters, especially since the spinners have come on. We've seen a change in gear from them.
Yeah, and I also think it's a tactical change to bring the slow bowlers on.
Indeed, a tactical change. One thing we have seen since the slower bowlers have come on is the ball has gone in the air quite a bit. So it is a game of risk and reward at the moment.
Yes.
It brings the end of the 11th over with the score on 41 for 4. 10 overs. 41 for 4. What kind of score do you think Mozambique would be looking at, considering how things have gone so far?
Yeah, I think they have 100 plus in mind. I'm not quite sure what Rwanda would want to restrict them to, but I think Mozambique is more looking like they want to get to 100 plus today, because they're not slowing down in playing their shots.
Edged over the gully region. Well fielded by the third man fielder. Coming around to cut that one off. Henriette Mshimwe still keeping that line in length. Yes, knowing this BCA 2 oval, the outfield is quite quick. So I'm sure a score of over 100 would be something that Mozambique would be looking at. Yes, serious operator here, Henriette Mshimwe, keeping her line in length. We'll be disappointed with how her last over ended with the full toss down the leg side, but she seems to have regrouped and back to her line in length.
Yeah, to answer your last question, or your last statement.
Oh, just missed that point there, going through the hands of the fielder. as the ball just went over her head. Mozambique managed to scramble 2 runs. Another chance just going missing here for Rwanda. So they'll look to clean this up and be a bit disappointed about those couple of chances they've gone down so far.
Yes, they do. BCA too is a very fast outfield. You need just over 100 runs in order to be competitive. Knowing that Rwanda has good batters also.
Yes, indeed. The way the game is shaping up at the moment, Mozambique have been getting the scoreboard ticking. The dot balls that they faced in the first few overs, maybe with the ball moving around and some good tight bowling from Rwanda. Now things are easing up a bit for them and they're building their score up nicely here. That one just getting away from Henriette there, sliding down the leg side.
Yeah, she's been doing well behind the stumps so far. I think that's the first one that missed her.
Yes, Flora, because they're just doing well to get a hand on that one down the leg side. Those are the ones that are uncomfortable for keepers. Down the leg side, bounces before you. Just does well to stop probably a couple of runs.
They still need to stick to the line outside the off stump. So
Holder! Henriette Shimwe. Get some reward for some tight bowling. Big swipe across the line. Off stump pick back. Finally some joy for Rwanda after this partnership was beginning to build nicely.
Yes, after she came back with the second spell, I think she realized that she still can get wickets. So she still was pitching the ball up, even though the Mozambique batters were actually trying to attack.
Yes, as we said, a game of risk and reward here for Mozambique. A good knock here from Christina. She stuck around for a little bit. She's gotten the score closer to 50. After a tough start, they needed a partnership and they got that. Maybe be disappointed with the shot a little bit, going across the line. But again, saying that this is T20 cricket, and nowadays you don't get beat with a stick for those kind of shots too much.
No, not at all. It was there to hit. She's been doing that. She just missed that one. But as we say, the bowlers just have to be patient sometimes.
Yes, patience shown here from Henriette Shimwe. As we said, she is a serious operator for Rwanda. One of the more reliable cricketers. Good solid block here from Olga Carlos. Montani, new batter number 7, coming into bat. Good solid block there. Again, another big swing here from Isabel Christina Chuma. Still not holding back the Mozambicans. Mozambique looking to build a score here, 47 for 5 after 12 overs. Mary Josie Tumukunde continuing here from the golf course end.
Mozambique need to get to 100. 100 is a psychological figure.
Well connected down the ground here towards long on. Fielded by Mary. Dian Bimengimana keeping that down to 1.
Karabo, it seems like he's been doing so fluent with his African names.
That single down to deep mid wicket brings the 50 up for Mozambique, coming in the 13th over. We'll be disappointed with the 5 wickets they've lost so far, but they will be positive. We have seen very good positive stroke play from them. Oh, big hoik there by Oga. Falling short of the cover fielder. Not holding back here, the Mozambican ladies.
And the Mozambican batters, not at all. I don't know if it's risk valued reward, but it seems to be that they planned. Attack, attack, attack.
Oh, we're seeing a big backlift here from Olga, tripping herself over in the process. She really wants to hit one into the golf course here at the Habaroni BCA 2 over.
Yeah, just a stance. And that swing was a heavy one.
It doesn't look like she's here to hang around, is she?
Yeah, and she seems like a strong girl, Olga.
They played through the mid-wicket region there. Valiant attempt from the mid-wicket fielder to cut that one off. But here's the backup of the cow corner, keeping that down to 1 run. That brings the end of the 13th over. Mozambique here at 51 for 5. Seen some good exciting cricket so far this morning, Mr. Moses.
Yeah, it has been. Rwanda with their discipline in bowling, and Mozambique with their attacking flair.
Yes, here at the Kalahari Women's T20. First day, first match, first morning. Rwanda taking on Mozambique on the BCA 2 ground. On the BCA 1 ground, we have Botswana taking on Lesotho. Interesting to see how things develop over this week. Exciting stuff to see women's cricket on the African continent. See the talent on show.
Yes, if this game is anything to talk about, we should have a next excited 3 or 4 days.
Yes, indeed. Just coming back to this match here, we have seen some bowling discipline from Rwanda so far. We'll be slightly disappointed with a couple of chances, a couple of half chances as well. Maybe not quite going according to plan, but those are things that maybe sometimes happen on the first day of a tournament like this, and will be looked to be brushed up as the tournament goes along.
Yeah, we don't want to say it's tournament jitters, but Rwanda had some new caps also.
Oh, big confusion here, and a run out on the non-strikers end. Something unfortunate here for Mozambique. Definitely not what they needed. Lack of communication there. Olga not really looking for the single, but Isabel running through. Well picked up by the cover fielder and then completed.
I think Isabel was a little bit starved of the strike. If you realize for the last couple of overs, Olga is the one been getting the strike. So I think that Isabel wanted to get a quick single to get in the strike. Unfortunately, bad communication and cost them a wicket.
Yes, a very unfortunate situation here for Mozambique. That's the last thing you need at the moment. Having lost quite a few wickets already. 6 wickets down. New batter to the crease on the non-strikers in Angelica Filippo Salomao. Almost an action replay of what happened the ball before there.
Yes,
but no one moving this time.
What do you think about this tournament? It's a beacon of life for our ladies since as they don't get much cricket to play a year round.
Yes, indeed. I think just for cricket in Africa generally, but probably more so for women's cricket in Africa, this is fantastic. You know, having the boards around Africa. Rwanda have their own Kubika tournament. We know Nigeria women host the tournament as well. So these happening will help the game grow. Oh, fantastic fielding there at cover. Brilliant stop. Well driven. The fielder that cover diving to her right and making sure Mozambique get no joy. Slight misfield from the bowler there, allowing Olga to get through for the single. Josiane here, still maintaining that that full length that we saw from her on the golf course end. She's swapped ends now. She's coming from the University of Botswana end. Still maintaining that fuller length.
Yeah, well, it works for her to some extent. And still, Mozambique is still going. Anything that they can identify, they're going at it.
Yes, big booming drive there attempted by Angelica Filippo Salomao. New to the crease. Still looking to get her feet going. It's at the end of the 13th over here. Mozambique are 52 for 6. At this point, that score of 100 plus, looking tough for the Mozambicans. It should be good work from them to try and get there. But looking tough at the moment with the way the Rwandans have been.
Yeah, it's looking a bit bleak here, but they have to consider that they still have 7 more overs to go. They need to play all 7 overs out.
Big backlift and big swing from Olga again. As we said, she's not here to mess around, is she?
And she looks like a strong girl also.
Nice tight delivery here from Mary Josie Tumukunde. Keeping that off stump line. Maybe pulling her length back a bit. Seeing Olga's backswing. Maybe trying not to give anything in her half. Use of the feet flat from Olga. Play towards mid-off. Considered the running, but after one run out, probably deciding not to go.
Yeah. After what happened the previous over, Olga has to be careful. Communication is not too good at the moment. I think Mozambique need to consider.
Well played down the ground here, using her feet. Long on fielder comes around, misfields, and that goes for 4. Rosette there at long on, letting her bowler down. Well executed shot though by Olga. Finally getting something in a half, having to use her feet and playing it brilliantly over the bowler's head. Very good cricket on display.
Yes,
from Mozambique there.
As I said, Olga is not messing around. Anything that she can identify, she's actually going for.
Yes, a disappointing moment there for Rwanda, who I'm sure keep their standards very high. Gone again towards the mid-wicket region. Our corner coming around, cutting it off. And classic cricket there, get the boundary, get the single.
Yes. But is she exposing the other batter? Olga has to take this innings right through. They need to bat 20 overs in order to get as close to 100 or plus as possible for them to make a game of it.
Yes, indeed. Angelica Felipe Salomão new to the crease here. Maybe might do well trying to rotate strike and getting Ogo, who seems to be maybe the senior batter, the one responsible for scoring all the runs. So maybe for the partnership and going forward, I think she'll be an important batter for Mozambique.
Yes, 57 for 6 in the 14th over. Yeah, she has to do that. She has to take that responsibility since she already in. And she lost the previous batsman through a little bad communication. She needs to take Mozambique right through, back through the 20 overs for them to set a decent total for Rwanda to chase.
Yes, Mary Josie Tumukunde continuing with that very full length that we've seen from her all morning so far, coming in for her 4th over.
Yeah, if it's one thing we can say about Rwanda, they're very consistent with their line. It seems like they're trying to get from wicket to wicket. Olga again made a big swipe at that one. Managed to get a single through mid-off. Sorry, mid-on.
Sorry there, yes, Josiane continuing with that fuller length that you've seen from her all morning. Almost trying to get the ball under the batter's bat. This one she's erred a little bit on the fuller side. But unfortunately, Angelica Felipe Salomão unable to get that one through the gap in the covers. She'll be disappointed as there's no sweeper out there on the offside.
Yeah, I think Angelica should be trying to rotate the strike and give Olga a chance to go at it. As you can see, straight again, wicket to wicket. Batters have to be careful here. I think 1s and 2s will be the order of the day, Karabo, for them to get to a respectable total.
Driven there through the covers, beats the fielder, but the cover fielder just covered there. Brilliantly done there in the field. Two fielders diving in opposite directions, but one of them manages to get a hand on it and stop a run from coming through.
Yeah, that was good cricket all around. Good cover drive there. A good attempt to stop that and also a good backup.
Driven again, this time finding the gap. Big chase is on towards the point boundary. Fielder just reels it in and managed to come through for 2 runs. Olga manages to get back on the non-striker's end. Yes, we're seeing a few drives now. She managed to find the gap with that one. Well chased, preventing the boundary there. There's a couple of runs added to the score.
Yeah, you can see Olga was bustling to get back to the 2. It was the last ball of the over.
Yes, end of the 15th over. 60 for 6. 5 overs to go here with the score on 60. How many do you think Mozambique will be looking to get from these last 30 balls?
30 runs would be nice. But 20 could be the mark here. We don't know. Seems like 100 is a bit way off, considering the amount of wicket they have lost. But I think Olga have different ideas.
Yes, I'm sure she will have different ideas with the bowling change now coming. Mary Diane Bimenyamana coming in from the golf course end. Looking at the field, she has a deep square leg out, a long one out, sweeper out on the offside. Rwanda's most experienced player, I believe, at this tournament, or one of Rwanda's most experienced players. We'll be looking maybe to break the partnership and get rid of Olga. Good start here from the former skipper, Rosini Herrera, the skipper for Rwanda for this tournament. smoke even there by the umpire. Slight disappointment shown there by Mary.
Yeah, I think Mary Diane, she decided to stick to outside the off stump, in particular to Olga, trying to not give her any room.
Smash towards long mid-off. Oh, well taken. Well taken here by mid-off fielder. Olga got that one right out of the screws, came flat at the mid-off fielder. A little bit of a fumble here by Henrietta Shimwe, but she manages to grab it on the second attempt. It's a good catch. That ball was traveling.
Yeah, that was hammered by Olga. That was hammered.
Indeed. Yes, exactly what Rwanda wanted with bringing Meridian Bimenyimana back into the attack. Yeah, exactly what they wanted. The wicket of Olga, who was looking quite dangerous.
And exactly what Mozambique didn't want. They wanted Olga to be there to the end.
Yes, a good piece of cricket there. Managing to get rid of the danger woman. Olga, who entertained us with a few flashes of her bat.
Yeah, it was a good effort by Olga. I think Mozambique need to consolidate here and get them to a respectable total.
Yes, new batter to the crease here, Amelia Lucas Mundondo. And they just get a leg by there. There's Mary Diane just strays that one down the leg side slightly. Oh, that one just squeezed out. Well, full ball. I'm sure Diane was getting ready for a big appeal there, but the batter just getting the bat down in time, going down to deep square leg for a single.
Yeah, we see the plan for Maria Diane is now, after the dismissal of Olga, it seems like it's full and straight now.
Yes, we have seen Rwanda maintain quite full length. Oh, excellent delivery there, James Moses. Just cutting in off the seam, just missing that off stump by Whisker.
Yes. She started on the mark again, and there was a small field change here. Deep square leg came in, trying to keep the batter on target.
Solid drive there into the mid-on region, but a bit of hesitation there from the Mozambican batters. Could have possibly scampered through for a single there. Got a bit of doubt in their minds. Probably not wanting to lose any more wickets. End of the 16th year, bowled by Mary Diane. Did her job. I'm sure that the captain wanted. 63 for 7. I'm sure she was brought back into the attack by her captain to try and get rid of the dangerous Olga, who was not holding back, and she successfully completed her mission for that over.
Yes, she did, and I'm sure she will continue her last over to finish, to try to get Mozambique out as soon as possible.
Yes, Mary Rosini Rera bringing herself back into the attack here. We saw her bowl a very good spell, getting some turn early on with the new ball. Use of the feet here towards mid-off, looking to set off for the single, but non-striker is not interested. Some positive play from Amiga Lucas Undondo. Use of the feet towards mid-wicket. No run.
What do you think is the plan here going forward for Mozambique? Last 4 overs, or 3 overs plus.
I think what is happening at the moment is they're getting quite a few dot balls, and they'll probably be looking to maybe rotate that strike a little bit more. Boulder! Once again, Rosini Herrera. She's been, maybe say, the only spinner so far that we've seen get a real good rip of the ball. Going through the gate there of Amelia Lucas Undondo and getting her just rewards for a brilliant delivery. Pitched up just on about off stump, turning into about midland leg stump. Classic delivery for an off spinner there.
Yes. There it was. 8 wickets down for Mozambique now. And we still have just a little bit over 3 overs. Mozambique need to consolidate here. As I said earlier on, Mozambique need to bat out these 20 overs. First order of the day is to bat 20 overs, and they can take it from there. They can plan from there.
Yes, with the score at 64 for 8. Not too much enthusiasm coming out of the Mozambique dugout at the moment, but they are playing against quite a well-oiled Rwanda side at the moment.
Yeah, what I noticed about the Rwanda bowlers, I think they only give 3 wides, if I could remember. They're quite disciplined.
Played into the leg side there to the mid-on region. The new batter, the crease there, Regina Osvaldo Mazumba. Getting a single to finish the 17th over here. The score at 65 for 8. And here from the golf course end, we're seeing the return of Henriette Shimwe.
I think she's the best bowler for Rwanda so far. Tight line, good movement off the seam. I think she's brought back to wrap up things here as quickly as they could.
Yes, the famous Botswana heat with back-to-back games being played here. I'm sure Rwanda will be looking to get off the field as quickly as possible. So, quite a warm day out here in Gaborone. Lifted there towards long on. Well mopped up, and score one added to the Mozambican score here. Regina Osvaldo Mazumba just ticking it along. I'm sure at this point Mozambique will be trying to get anything they can.
Yeah, well, they have to. But they need to bat out the 20 overs. If they can do that.
Oh, lovely shot here, played over cover. Sweeper fielder comes around. A bit of confusion in the middle. However, they do manage to come back safely for the 2 runs. Nicely executed lofted shot over cover there for 2 runs.
Yes, Mozambique is not all out yet. They're still fighting.
It's good covering on the sweeper boundary there from Katia. She's been well in the game. She's been lively on the field. Ooh, a hard length there from Henriette Ishimwe, hitting the bat hard, hitting the splice of the bat.
Yes, she's aware of what happened the ball before. So she just pulled her length back just a bit. I'm sure this ball she'll do the same as well.
Oh, she's just cut her fingers across that one, and unfortunately going down the leg side. Probably trying to try a cutter there to hoodwink the batter, sorry.
Yeah, she's one of the bowlers that's been very consistent. Sometimes they said you have to take what the game is giving you. Just keep on hit that line and that length and see what happened. Oh.
Ooh.
That was a tick inside edge there. Seems like to be some confusion here. Oh, Mozambique batsmen, they're not communicating well. Seems like there's no calling in the batters. It's like hit and run, trying to get as much runs on the ball as possible.
Yes, a fortunate run there with the insider just missing the off stump. The good old Chinese cut, we call it. Yeah?
It's another wide again. Yeah, you take them anyhow you can get them, Karago. Every runs is important now.
Yes, Mozambique won't be complaining about these. It's been tough going for them this morning so far.
Yeah, it has.
Lifted straight over the bowler's head. Still positivity here from the Mozambican batters. Looking to still rotate the strike.
Rwanda shouldn't lose their discipline now. They should still concentrate and hitting the proper line and length. But that was a very good ball there.
Yes, of course, it does tend to happen in cricket sometimes when you have a team 8 down, 7, 8, 9 down, and you do lose a bit of concentration on the field. You feel like maybe the other 2 wickets might be easy to get. I'm sure the coaches from the dugout will be trying to remind the team to keep it clean and maintain that professional attitude and try and stick to their disciplines, as you say.
Yeah, they shouldn't push the issue too much. Score 73 for 8.
Big slog sweep here into the leg side. 4 runs here. Welcome boundary here for Mozambique. Making use of the fact that Rwanda don't have a fielder out in their deep square leg region. Probably one of the first slog sweeps that we've seen up to this point. Fantastic shot there from Angelica Felipe Salomao. Good positive play. And then immediately we see the correction in the field here from Rwanda, putting the deep square leg out. Katia going out there in the deep square leg region. 3 fielders out on the leg side, cow corner, long on in the deep square leg.
Just as we mentioned, Rwanda shouldn't push the issue too much. They should just stay disciplined and things will happen.
Big sweep in, big loft into the leg side again towards the cow corner region. Rosini Herrera here coming in to bowl her last over. She's done well today. She has pitched the ball up. She's gotten some purchase off the wicket.
Yes, she has. She's one of the spinners been turning the ball a lot.
Good pull shot there into the square leg region. Valiant effort by Katia. Beats her. She goes for 4 runs. Another welcome boundary here for Mozambique. Building up some momentum.
Yes, they has. It does happen in cricket. When you're the bowling team and you're on top, it tends to push the issue a bit. I think they need to stay disciplined just about outside the off stump. If the ball is turning in, give the ball enough time to turn. And they have a deep square leg. There's no mid wicket there.
Yes, one of the few times that we've seen the Rwanda bowlers in their length. The short ball there, well pulled away by Regina Osvaldo.
I think that was a welcome leg by for Mozambique. At the next run to the total.
Oh, a bit of confusion here. Oh, direct hit. Fantastic field here for Georgette Ingambare. Confusion again from the Mozambican batters. We've seen that, especially in the second half of this innings. And this time it cost them.
Yeah, it has happened a few times now. And it cost them 2 wickets.
Yes, fantastic fielding there from Georgette Ingabire. A ball that looked like it was going for big wide. Batter got a little bit of bat on it. It went to the short fine leg and a direct hit as there was a confusion between the batters.
The score now is 83 for 9. It's very important that Mozambique spat out these other 8 balls. We're in the 19th over.
Yes, the end of the 19th over there, score on 83 for 9. With 1 wicket left here. I think Mozambique might give themselves a pat on the back if they were to manage to get the score maybe across that 90 mark. They wouldn't be too disheartened by their efforts. The one credit I can give to the Mozambique team, they have maintained very positive stroke play throughout their innings.
Yes, they have.
Mary Diania to complete the last over.
I think credit to the Mozambique. They've been very, very positive in their batting. Even though they were losing wickets, they were still going for it. If they could get to maybe a next 10, maybe 12 runs psychologically over the 80 mark.
Lofted over cover here. Happy to go with the single there despite a slight little fumble by the cheaper fielder there, Katia. I'm sure at the end of the over they could be happy with taking a runner ball off this over. Nicely executed lofted drive there by Angelica Felipe.
That was a stern block there by Mozambique. Maria Diane is still maintaining her straight line, wicket to wicket.
Ooh, lovely delivery there. Just brushing the off stump and missing the outside edge by a whisker. Still getting some little bit of outward movement. We saw it early on from her in the first couple of overs, but it seems like she's still moving the ball a little bit at the moment.
Yes, she has. As well as she's very consistent in. Oh, that was a valiant block.
Yes, Laura Francisco Chipanga here. Keeping that ball away from her wickets. Again, another dot ball here in the final over. Mary Diane searching for that wicket. She's hoping one can sneak through. You can see it in her face.
Yeah, I think it's more about that wicket on her resume. It's full and straight. I don't think it's going to be any different this ball.
Yes, went very full there. Batter managed to get it on the full and faded away through the leg side. Pick up a single to end off the innings. First match here of the Kalahari T20 Women's Tournament. Rwanda taking on Mozambique. Mozambique, after winning the toss, electing to bat first. Valiant effort by them against this well-oiled Rwanda side. 85 for the loss of 9 wickets is what Mozambique have managed to muster. And there'll be a job on for these Rwanda ladies to get every single one of those runs, Mr. Moses.
Yes, Mozambique shouldn't be too disappointed. They have a score on the board. 85 doesn't seem like a lot, but what is a lot in cricket? What is a lot in cricket when you already have the score on the board? It's up to Rwanda now to go and try to chase that down. I don't know if it will be a little bit tentative start for Rwanda. Take into consideration that they thought maybe by now they will be batting.
Yes, join us after the innings break to see how Rwanda go about chasing the score down.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to BCA 2. Gaborone, Botswana here for the Kalahari T20 Women's Tournament. Rwanda here starting their batting, chasing the score that was set by Mozambique, 85 for 9. Rwanda requiring 86 to win. Opening the bowling for Mozambique here from the golf course end, Laura Francisco Chipanga. Drops it almost on her toes there. Mary Diane Bimenyimana pushing that one through the covers and getting the first boundary and getting Rwanda's chase up to a flying start. Two experienced batters here at the crease for Rwanda, Mary Diane and Katia. I'm sure in their minds will be looking to make short work of this total.
Yes, Mozambique has to be on the button. We know Rwanda is a very experienced team and their batting is very strong, as we know.
Yes, two experienced operators here at the crease for Rwanda. The Mozambicans will have their work cut out for them to try and restrict this Rwandan batting side to under this 85 that they managed to score. A slight false shot there from Mary Diane Bimenyimana. Trying to turn that onto the leg side. Getting a bit of a leading edge, but falling short of those fielders in the gully region. Laura Francisco Chipanga here looking for a disciplined start. Looks like an interesting bowling action, Mr. Moses. From what I can see, it looks like she runs her fingers a little bit down the side of the ball, getting a bit of a leg cutter action type going.
Yeah, it seems so. As well as so far she's been accurate. I don't give a commentator's curse here. Yes, exactly. She just ran her finger down the side of the ball.
Looking to get a little bit of a wave movement maybe off the wicket.
If Mozambique can get a few quick wickets, this game could be very interesting.
Yes, that's the name of the game, and maybe the runs you didn't get were not to your liking, but a couple of quick wickets and things can change very quickly. Yes. Mary Diane here having a bit of a look. This is an interesting action that she's facing at the moment. That ball just going towards the leg side, so she's probably a bit tentative to turn the ball onto the leg side.
Yeah, they're two experienced batter for Rwanda. I think they're just having a look, maybe an over two. And I think once they get the hang of it, they will see how to go about the score. The score is not a big total, but we could say a competitive one.
Yes, Rwanda managed to get 5 off that first over. Coming from the University of Botswana end here for Mozambique is Angelica Felipe Salomao. And Katia here looking to take strike for the first time. It's a good start right on the button here from Angelica, forcing Katia to come forward. Those are the type of lines and lengths you saw from the Rwanda bowlers this morning. Nice tight lines on a fuller length, forcing the batters to come forward.
Yeah, once the ball is hitting the stumps, you have to be sure about what you're doing. And as you can see, that ball is just outside the off stump, and it happened to pull a foul shot there. But once the ball is He's hitting the stump, Karabo. It seems like the batters are very tentative.
Yes, if Mozambique would have picked up a thing or two from the way Rwanda operated this morning, then they'll be keeping that ball as close to the line of the stumps as possible, on a slightly fuller length, looking for the mistake from the batter to get their reward.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of swing in the air also for the bowler that is bowling from the university end. A slight away movement.
Yes, Angelica Felipe Salomao from the University of Botswana, and she would have been pleased with the first deliveries there in this over. Unfortunately, that one getting away from her, sliding towards the leg side. It's another thing we saw about Rwanda this morning. There weren't too many extras in terms of wides bowled.
Yeah, that was another good ball. Another good ball again by...
Yes, Angelica there. With that delivery, they're choosing to hit the ball, hit the deck, and surprising Kathy a little bit with the bounce. Some width and offer, well cut away here by Katia, getting it through the cover point region. Good chase here, well pulled in. Fernanda Zavala doing well there to keep that down to 2 runs. As you can see there, just a little bit of width on offer there from Katia. She looks very ready to make use of any room that might be given to her, especially with no sweeper out on the offside boundary. Third man up as well. No fielders outside the 30, actually, interesting enough for Mozambique at the moment.
Yes, the extras are rolling in now. Rwanda only had 11 extras. We consider that pretty reasonable in this standard of cricket. I think it was 9 wides and 2 leg byes.
Yes, that's the first order of the day for Mozambique. Keeping those extras down, not helping Rwanda along in their journey. Oh, excellent delivery. They're getting a slight outside edge there, well pitched up, on about off stump, and inducing the 4-stroke there. That's what Mozambique will be looking to do.
Yes, the batters are very tentative when the ball is hitting the stump. As you can see, a couple of balls before, when she got a little bit of room, she smacked that 2 extra cover and she got a boundary for that.
Yes, after the second over here, Rwanda 9 on the board without any loss. Nice and steady start for them.
Yeah, let's hope that Laura Francisco can back up the last over and bowl a better over this over.
So well pitched up there. Interesting position Mary Diane got herself into. She seems a bit tentative to actually play on the leg side because of that cutting action we saw. She had a bit of a false stroke in the previous over where she had a leading edge. So she's probably being watchful at the moment, trying to figure out what's happening with this action.
Yeah, and Laura has a very deceptive action also. Run her fingers down the side of the ball, and it's a floating delivery.
So it's like a quick leg cut is she bowling, yeah? Yes, on the button there. Brilliant start here to a second over. Laura Francisco Chipanga keeping it nice and tidy, not letting Rwanda get away. I'm sure they have taken a leaf out of Rwanda's book here, keeping their lines nice and tight, keeping the ball pitched up, attacking that stump line.
Maybe you have to be patient here. She has to be patient. No reason to go.
And who are you, James Moses? She says, no, I'm going to go after this. I've had enough of this. I've had a good look and I'm going to pump one through the covers. Excellent shot here by Mary Diane. She's had a good look now and she's decided it's time.
It was a good anticipation. As a bowler, I would have read that language a long time ago.
Yes, you almost walked down with great confidence towards the bowler there. She had decided what she wanted to do.
Definitely. I think she had enough of Laura this over. I think we're going to see a bit more attacking shots.
Again, walking down, taking that one over the mid-wicket region. Not quite getting the right timing on that one. We'll settle for one run. Slight fielding change there from Mozambique after that boundary, just putting a sweeper out about halfway to the boundary. And then Mary Diane deciding to change the direction of attack.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't keep chasing the ball. She is bowling quite straight. I was very happy to see that extra cover in. Prefer to put out the mid-wicket. I would prefer to put the mid-wicket out.
So Kathy are going to have a look at Laura Chipanga for the first time.
I don't think so. Straight up.
Tucked away towards square leg. Looking for the single, but deciding against it.
It still wasn't a bad over by Laura, except for Marie went down the wicket and smacked that through extra cover. Mozambique just have to be patient here, get a proper field set, and probably if they're bowling straight, they're bowling straight. If they're bowling on one side of the wicket, which I hope is outside the off stump, and they set a field to that and see how they can try to get into the Rwanda's batsman head.
Yes, with Rwanda score on 14 for no loss after 3 overs. They'll be glad there's been no wickets down at this point. I think the less action there is for Rwanda, the better. The longer they don't lose that wicket, the more Mozambique's morale, as they say, will be kept down.
Angelica seems to be very straight herself, eh?
Oh, smashed through cover there. There's a short cover in Olga, and that whizzed past her face. I think she'll be counting her lucky stars. Just brushed past her left ear there, Olga. Well hit here by Mary Diane. Full toss outside the off stump, and she gave it everything.
I think Olga will probably take a few steps back after that shot.
Yes, she already has.
Oh.
Fantastic shot there. That rocketed through cover. Didn't even get a hand on it.
Thank God it wasn't straight to her.
This is a good return here. Back on the line and length by Angelica Salomao.
Yeah, I think Rwanda is going about. They're chasing the score surgically. They're waiting for the bad balls.
Yes, and as we have seen, any room given outside the off stump, the batters have been very free to free their arms. One thing that we did not see a lot from the Rwanda bowlers is that room being given outside the off stump. And we're seeing that when it is afforded to the Rwanda batters, they're not shy of freeing those arms.
Yeah, it's true. Most of the runs that Mozambique scored was off of the stump.
So back to Wayne, cut through the point region. Sweeper coming around, does well, and good running as well to come through for 2 runs. As you can see, as soon as that width is offered a little bit too, that's where the runs are coming from at the moment.
Yeah, good. Most of those wickets in Africa are flat, so you have to be as straight as possible. You have to be very accurate any room whatsoever, as you said. You could be fetching those balls.
Yes, no room on a fuller length is the way to go. No alarms going off here for Rwanda at the moment. Managed to get 4 overs without a loss of a wicket. At the moment, 20 on the board, going at a rate of 5 and over. Continuing here from the golf course end, Laura Chipanga. Sweeper out on the offside, only fielder outside the 30. That one just gets away from her on the leg side. But they have 2 fielders outside the 30 yard at the moment. They have the sweeper out on the offside and a long on who's about halfway to the boundary.
And those extras wouldn't help Mozambique cause. That was another wide ago.
As you're seeing, full and straight is the order of the day, and I think Laura Chipanga has actually done well here. It's been a good opening spell, coming into a 3rd over. Shot smashed over the bowler's head, running towards the long on boundary. Valiant effort on the boundary, fantastic work. Isabel Chuma on the long on boundary there, making sure she cuts 2 runs off. Fantastic work there. She got herself into a bit of an awkward position, but she did manage to stop the 4. Oh. Oh, and that has been given 4 runs, actually.
But still, it was a valued effort.
Yes, Mary Diane there with an excellent shot over the bowler's head, using her feet once again. That seems to be a go-to for her. Once again walking down. I think she probably feels like the bowler's taking quite a while to get to her. Using her feet, coming out of the crease, showing intent.
Yes, they've been in here. This is the 5th over now. I think they have the measure of things. So I think from here on in, they'll be being a little bit, but they're going to be a little bit more positive.
Just having a look at that one outside of stump. With the 2, this being a second last over before the power play is done, might be looking to take advantage. Yes, that one just getting away from Laura Chipanga. Right outside the off stump. We have seen good discipline from her so far, but maybe she's finding the batter walking towards her a bit unsettling.
Yes, when someone is coming at you, you have to learn to be disciplined. Batter is walking at you, you're trying to do something else different, and this is what caused you end up bowling her wide. She has to stay disciplined here, Laura.
Ooh, a bit of confusion there as the cover fielder runs around, dives and stops that ball. A little bit of confusion there running between the wickets, but no harm done at the moment.
Laura need to hold her composure here. Just be disciplined and keep doing what she was doing. Nice and straight. There's not much she can do different than what that she's been doing early on.
Yeah, she has got a bit of joy out of these last two deliveries, where she's gotten back to what was working for her in her early overs. But I think it's been a bit of a game of cat and mouse between her and Mary Diane. She's been using her feet, walking down at her, hitting her over her head. So it might have unsettled her a little bit. Spot on here from Laura Chipanga, finishing off her third over. Excellently done, and well kept out there by Katya. It's the score here after 5 overs. 28 on the board without the loss of any wicket for Rwanda. Smooth going for them at the moment. Well on top of the rate. And no alarm bells going off in the dressing room.
In this situation, I don't know what Mozambique has to do. I think they just have to keep bowling straight.
Fantastic shot there, played through cover point, with the sweeper running around and missing it. Unfortunately there for Mozambique, that's not what they need. Again, width given here, well carved through the cover point region. Sweeper had to cover around, running towards the point. She got there, but unfortunately that one just getting away from her. Field on the boundary there. Regina Osvaldo Mazumba could have kept it down to 2 runs. But another boundary to Mary Diane Bimenyimana.
Yeah, that is not going to help the Mozambique cause at all.
Pitched up and driven through the mid-off region, missed by the mid-off fielder, and another boundary here to Mary. She's on the charge. She wants to have an early lunch, it seems, Mr. Moses.
Yes, my concern here is what Mozambique plans here. Yeah, full and straight, it's okay. But when the ball has been hit like that, you have to come up with something else different. Maybe put the next field on the outside.
Yes, they are bowling to a 5-4 field, and most of the runs have actually come on the offside, to the gaps on the offside.
Yeah, but we have to give credit to Rwanda. They're going about their business quite steadily. Seems to be no problems so far.
Yes, they have managed to impose themselves on this Mozambican bowling so far. The short bound, slightly shorter ball there, sliced behind point, but the point fielder does well to cut that one off, because it was also looking like it was flying to the boundary. As you said, Mr. Moses, quite a lot of these deliveries are going on the offside, but they do have a 6-4 field with a square leg, a short fine leg, a mid wicket, and quite a wide mid-on fielder. Width again, cut behind point. The sweeper's just come around towards the point position after a few deliveries have gone over there, keeping it down to 1.
Yes, yeah, so far we have a short fine leg, which I didn't feel a ball as yet. Why not make use of that field and put on the outside? In particular for Marie.
Short ball, pulled away. Valiant effort from the square leg fielder. But Katya now gets a bit of joy after having watched Mary Diane have all the fun on the other side. Rwanda will be very happy with this over.
Yeah, it was a very productive over for Rwanda.
End of the power play, 6 overs gone and 41 on the board. 13 runs coming from that over. After having maybe a little bit of a look to begin with, these 2 batters from Rwanda now really imposing themselves on the game. dropped that one real short.
Yeah, just a while ago I was saying that short fine leg didn't have anything to do, but short fine leg went to retrieve that ball. I hope that Mozambique still have some fight in them, because the game is not over. We are halfway through the chase, just about halfway through the chase in 6 overs. Mozambique need to come up with a plan, and come up with a plan quickly.
Yes,
Or else the game is only going one way.
The plan for the skipper at the moment. Looks like she's turned to Amelia Mundondo. Try see if she can change the fortunes of Mozambique. Starts off with the length delivery, slightly fuller outside the off stump. Mary Diane recognizes some width, and having seen a few now, she's not shy to go. Having the power play having ended now, we do have a sweeper out, a long off out, a long on as well. Amelia Mundondo there managing to get a little bit of bounce out of the wicket.
Yeah, well, she's bowling outside line. I think we need to see a gully. There is no backward point. I don't know what fielder that is. That a short gully, deep gully? If she's going to bowl that off stump line.
Driven hard through the covers into that region where the sweeper is out on the boundary. Running hard looking for the 2, but settling on the 1. Another thing we've noticed today, difference in tactics. We saw Rwanda use 4 bowlers in the power play, whereas Mozambique have used only 2 bowlers. This is the 3rd bowler that they're using, but this is out of the power play now. Use of feet there by Katia, carving that one through the point region. Sweeper fielder beats her. Another boundary goes to Rwanda. Valiant effort again there from Mozambique. They are putting in quite a shift here on the field, Mozambique. Unfortunately, the ball just beating the fielder there. Sweeper had to run around from the cover region towards the deep point region, and unfortunately just missing that one.
In a case like this, when you're defending a low total, you have to try to get as much out of this game as possible going into the next one. You don't want to be walked in.
Use of the feet. No ball called by the umpire. Yes, things just unraveling a little bit for Mozambique at the moment.
As I was saying, they need to try to get something from this game going into the other game this afternoon. The games are coming fast and sharp.
Free hit. Whoa. Try to swing herself off her back there. I just had a glance there towards the Rwanda dugout, and it looked like Coach Leonard Namburo there was signaling for her to go for a big 6.
Yeah, he's still signaling. I don't have any idea. Things been going really well for him. I don't think he'll want.
Yeah, seems to be signaling to her now to maybe find the gaps in the covers.
Maybe pick up the scoring rate.
This interesting field here from Mozambique. They have sort of a deepish backward point outside the 30s, here about halfway to the boundary, and then they have what you would say is a deep point, maybe a deep cover point, and long on and long off out. Full and straight there seems to be the order of the day for Amelia Mundondo. No ball called here by the umpire. So they have no ball called here by the umpire. According to my observation, they have 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And of course, in women's cricket, you're only allowed 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to point that out. I was about to ask that question. a while ago. And guess who is the culprit there? Short fine, well, fine leg. Why don't you bring the fine leg in? Put her in a catching position. Put her in a position that is much more busy.
Yes, there seems to be a little bit of confusion here as to which fielder they want to bring in. Looks like they've decided on bringing the short fine leg in and keeping the long off out. Free hit. Swung towards the leg side. Good effort again by the mid-wicket fielder, but that runs away, trickling away, and just crosses over the boundary. Rwanda well on the charge here. Things unraveling a bit for Mozambique. Things have gone a little bit quiet for them. Their hope in the game is dwindling away with every ball.
Yeah, Mozambique been going about their business quite steady. Rwanda been going about their business quite steady. Mozambique seems like the wheel is about to fall off now. Just the energy on the field, you can see it's just a bit slow. They're still discussing maybe what to do to try to slow this pain.
Yes, they seem to be in discussions, trying to figure a way out. 54 after 7 overs here for Rwanda. No losses, and I can't think of a chance that they've given so far. It's been smooth sailing for Rwanda. They'll be sitting comfortably in their dugout. 32 runs to win for Rwanda here from the remaining 13 overs. All 10 wickets in hand. Would you be worried?
Not at all, if I was Rwanda. Not at all. Maybe Rwanda is looking for a 10-wicket victory here.
Yes, a 10-wicket victory I'm sure they would love. But maybe they might enjoy doing it in 10 overs even more.
Yeah, but as we know, cricket, it's nice to win big, but it's always good to give other batters a chance.
I don't think the two at the crease would appreciate that. Yes, coming in from the University of Botswana here, and here is Isabel Chuma. Looking for a solution here to help the captain Angelica Salomao figure a way to get some joy out of this game. Ruffle some feathers in the Rwanda dugout, maybe get a wicket or two. So captain has turned to her.
Well, as you say, she's looking for a solution. I'm not quite sure she's going to find one anytime soon. In particular, bowling like that, that's another wide.
Yes, another great start here from Isabel Chuma. Seems for things to be going a little bit pear-shaped for Mozambique at the moment. Body language is not too great. Looks like they're losing a little bit of hope. They did start the bowling session with quite a lot of energy. She'll do well here to just string along maybe a couple of dot balls just to give the team some life again.
Oh, things is going south here for Mozambique. That's another wide. It's 3 in a row. As I said, I think Mozambique should try to take something from this game going into the afternoon game, because the games come thick and sharp. Going into the afternoon game, I think they're playing against Botswana, the home team. That could be also disastrous for them if they're not careful.
Shot there through backward point, full delivery, slice there through backward point, well covered there. Regina Mazumba coming around there, cutting off that potential boundary and keeping it just down to 1. Yes, it is warming up nicely here in Gaborone. It will be quite a test for these women today to get through 2 games. We actually haven't had this kind of heat here in Gaborone for a few weeks, and Looks like the temperatures are getting back up there.
Yes, it is. And not only today is 2 games today, they have 2 games tomorrow also.
Yes, indeed, it will be a big physical test, but I'm sure as a cricketer you just get on with it and try to enjoy representing your country, as we say, in this Africa levels. Look, that one going a bit pear-shaped. So I'm saying at this Africa Associate level of cricket, we do appreciate all the game time that we can get. So the last thing we want to be complaining about is too many games, but being a cricketer, you know, it can be very taxing.
Yeah, it can be. In particular, when you don't have too much cricket playing in the women's division, this is a welcome opportunity for tournaments like this to be held. It can only be positives all around.
Yes, indeed, the Kalahari Women's T20, brought to you by BCA, Botswana Cricket Association. Of course, we used to have the 8-nation tournament, the pre-COVID days. So this is the first time since COVID that Botswana has tried to bring back this tournament to encourage women's cricket, international cricket again. Just finding her line a little bit better there, Isabel Chuma. That one right on the stumps. Katia just flicks it off, but unfortunately finds the fielder.
Yeah, I think what BCA has done is very welcoming to get more cricket, women's cricket in Africa. I hope by next year there will be maybe 2 or 3 more teams.
Use of the feet there from Katia, smashing it through the mid-on region, running away for 4. She can save her legs. One thing we have seen from these Rwanda batters, they're not shy to use their feet coming down the wicket. You know, that positivity in body language, and the Mozambicans haven't quite had an answer to it.
Yes, they haven't. Even coming out to bowl, I think the game plan fell off after the first 3 or 4 overs. It seems like they were attacking the stump, and then now it seems like they're trying to bowl outside the off stump, and maybe they don't even know where to bowl now.
Yes, as we were saying earlier, maybe if they can take a leaf out of what Rwanda were doing this morning with the discipline that they showed in their bowling, trying to generally maintain a stump-to-stump line and a fuller length. But the answer from the Rwandan batters for that has been using their feet. You see, that's why it's important to play matches sometimes, is that you get to meet different situations, and that's what helps you grow as a cricketer.
Yes, definitely. Not only as a cricketer, but it helps the team to gel as a team also. The more games you play together, there's a better understanding you have of your teammates and how to go about things. In this case, Mozambique need to try to get some discipline here in their bowling. I mean, as you said, you can take a leaf from the Rwandans. But now even the energy for Mozambique, it's a bit low now. They're not really talking as much.
Yes, going into the 9th over here, 8 overs gone, 65, 66 for no loss. Rwanda is needing 21 from 12 overs.
At the moment, everything seems a bit automatic. I still think that Mozambique should try to take something away from this game. For the last 20 runs, try to come up with a plan and bowl to it going into the next game in the afternoon. So at least they have something to work with.
Yes, indeed. That is probably what Mozambique need to do now. Take 1 or 2, 3 wickets if you can. Try and see if you can build that momentum up going into the game against Botswana this afternoon. Driven through the cover region, running hard. Mid-off, long-off fielder comes around to cover that. An easy 2 here for the Rwanda batters.
I must say, besides the extras, the bowling is not too bad. The bowlers, they're showing a temp.
Yes, Amelia Mundondo here. Trying to maintain that fuller length. So these 2 experienced campaigners here for Rwanda, just looking to close this game out without any alarms.
Yeah, it seems very automatic. Game is going in one direction now. Sometimes you get yourself in such situations. What do you think in such situations? As you said, it's the first game. Do you have to block it out? What are you looking for going forward?
Just well played there through the cover region. Running hard again. This time deciding on only taking 1. Yes, what we have seen is that when room has been given by the Mozambique bowlers, the Rwanda batters have managed to score a lot of their runs on that offside region. Not too many boundaries coming on the leg side, which has told me that the difference between what maybe Rwanda were doing this morning and what Mozambique are doing is in the lines that have been built. And just as that said, we have a straight down the leg side. I'm not too sure if she got some bet on it. It's a leg by score by the umpire.
Yeah, Mozambique is just going through the motions now. They only have bowled four bowlers in 8 overs, well in 9 overs, which in the first power play, Rwanda had bowled 4 bowlers.
There's a difference in tactics there, and we did say in the morning, saying why were Rwanda using so many bowlers in the power play, but maybe it was just to unsettle the batters at the time. Maybe a tactic that maybe Mozambique might consider. Well driven through the offside here. And well covered there by Fernanda Zavala, the sweeper boundary. Right there now, seeing the ball like a football.
Yeah.
It's flying through the covers at the moment.
And you know, she's a very experienced player. Been playing for Rwanda for some period of time now. As we know, I think she's now an ex-captain. And she's a very, very sound player. And as you can see also, the way in which she go about her game, she hits those ones that come straight down the middle. She blocked those, any room whatsoever. She capitalized on those.
Yes, we see Regina Mazumba coming in from the University of Botswana end. 5th bowler here being used by Mozambique.
Is it a little too late here now?
Yeah, score being on 73 for no loss after 9 overs. Rwanda cruising this one at the moment. Ooh, big ball directly bowled on the head. Definitely hate to see that.
I think according to the rules there, what they're going to do,
Yes, of course, with the rules nowadays on the concussion, anything that hits the helmet, physio has to come out and make sure everything is in order before the batter can continue.
Yeah, as we talk a bit more about this tournament, BCA Kalahari tournament, we must say that it was a welcome tournament comparing to what's been going on with women's cricket, in the sense that now how many women teams are going to be playing cricket the rest of the year besides the tournaments that they're having in their own country.
Yes, I think that's the key, that we should be proactive as African countries and making sure that we do play more games than maybe the games that are organized by the ICC in terms of qualifiers and all of that. Those will come maybe once a year, if that. If you don't qualify, sometimes you have to wait a couple of years before you play an ICC tournament. It's important to keep engaged through the partnerships between countries, coordinating, trying to make sure that these matches are played, because at the end of the day, for whatever happens, cricket will be the winner.
Yeah, do you think there's some consideration in having an ACA tournament for women?
I wouldn't really know.
That would be welcome.
Yes, of course.
Because the ACA tournament, I think that is held every year.
The more cricket, the better. Score, it's 74 for no loss. Rwanda looking to cruise here to victory. Big single here taken towards mid-wicket and throw over the bowler's head, and it goes on. Looking at overthrows, sweeper fielder just covers there, keeping it down to 2. Yes, the body language from Mozambique here, looking very defeatist. But always say, no matter what position you find yourself in, just always try to take a wicket. It could do something to your confidence. You could G up the rest of the team, showing that it's possible. But we have seen a very professional approach here from Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwanda have been on the button. Even they're bowling this morning. Very disciplined. Yeah, even though they give a couple of extras, and we could see what they were trying to do when they bowled those extras. They were very disciplined this morning. As you said, their tactics, bowling change in the first 6 overs.
You saw the feet there from Katia. Wonderfully flicked through the leg side. Vacant leg side boundary. We've seen quite a fantastic show of stroke making here from these 2 Rwanda ladies.
Yes, they have. A clinical performance by the 2 opening bats. And early on, I was saying maybe Rwanda is trying to win by this game by 10 wickets. And it seems like they're about to do that now.
Yes, 10 wickets, and within 10 overs, it just might be 4 runs to win at the moment for Rwanda. Punch down the ground there. There's a vacant long on region. Looking to come back for 2-year-old Mary and just sends her back. Save your legs.
No, I think she's a bit tired, or maybe she wants to hit the winning runs. I don't know.
Yes, it is. Like we said, it's becoming quite a sweltering day now in Gaborone.
Yes, the temperature has picked up a bit.
Yeah, quite significantly. Inside edge there. Very fortunate that that didn't roll back onto a wicket. The end of the 10th over here, Rwanda on 83 for no loss. just needing the 3 runs for victory. It's a matter of formalities at this point.
Who do you think is the man of the match?
That would be an interesting call, actually. A couple of good performances from Rwanda today. Rosine Herrera, the captain, doing well with the ball. We've had Mary Diane Bimenyimana doing well with the ball and the bat. Probably the front runner at the moment.
Maria Dia.
Punched over mid-off. It's been a pleasure to watch Kachi and Diane here operating. I can't think of a time where they actually gave a chance to Mozambique. There's been no drop catches or anything like that in this innings. Smoothly done.
Except for that ball that she smashed through extra cover that will most take Alga heads off.
Yes, and that's a game called there by the umpires as that ball just goes down the leg side for a wide. Fantastic performance here from Rwanda. End of the first match here, Rwanda versus Mozambique. Rwanda winning by 10 wickets with the best part of 10 overs to spare.
Yes,
Well-oiled, good performance here from Rwanda, Mr. Moses.
Yes, it was a clinical performance by Rwanda. I think they have set the stage for this tournament. I think they're the leading candidates also. Let's see what happens this afternoon, and we'll hope that somebody can give them a fight.
Yes, indeed. Very good cricket on display today. Well chased down here this total by Katia and Mary Diane. After a good bowling display from Rwanda this morning, managing to bowl Mozambique in the 20 overs for 85 for 9, and then coming and knocking those runs off with almost half the balls to spare. I think that is as clinical as you can wish it to be. Looking forward to this tournament. Rwanda have definitely announced themselves. Mozambique will be looking to see what they can improve on as they go into their header with the hosts this afternoon. Rwanda will be taking on Lesotho, who unfortunately for them fell to the host Botswana this morning. Lots of cricket still to come today and for the rest of the week. Thank you and join us again in the afternoon.
Maria, how much runs you got?
I'll check for you now.
won the toss and decided to bat, and they managed to get through to 85 runs, which are contribution from Olga. For Rwanda chased the 85 in 11 overs for no wickets with a 10-wicket victory. It was a clinical chase by Rwanda. We have some outstanding performance from the Mozambique this morning from the bowling point of view. We had well, I didn't have that. We just go to the man of the match. For Rwanda, from the batting performance, we had Maria Diane, who made 43 from 44. And we had Kati, 22 from 20. But we all agree and decide that Maria Diane, with this morning performance of the bowling from 4 overs, 2 wickets for 12 runs, and her 43 runs from 44 balls, we now announce the man of the match. Congratulations. Marie, we know you're well-oiled and experienced cricketer. You've been the captain for Rwanda for a period of time, and you make sure that this job was done and it was done efficiently. What do you gather from the game today in sense of your first game of this Kalahari tournament?
According to what we did on the crease there, we made sure that we went according to the plan of the team, and if you see the way we batted, it was like we really knew what we wanted. We wanted to make sure that we chased these runs in 10 overs, and we tried, and even though we used some few balls in the 11th over, but we managed to make sure we win this for no loss.
All right. Well done, Kat. Well done, Maria. That was a good performance by you. Could I have the captain for the Mozambique team? It's sad to say that your first match was a loss. I don't think that you played too badly today. Would you give us your perspective on the game and on what happened, and what do you think that you can do better going into the game this afternoon?
Nós sabemos que perdemos desta vez, mas para o próximo jogo que nós temos, esperamos que tenhamos a vitória.
All right, thank you. Could you have the captain, the Rwanda team? Yes, as we all see, today was a clinical performance. You bowled very disciplined this morning, except for a couple of wides, and you managed to went through with a 10-wicket victory. Could you tell me, basically, well, not really your strategy, but what were your plans this morning, knowing that it's the first game of the tournament, and what would you like to be happen?
So first of all, I'm thanking my team for giving me this performance, and what we did. It was slow, you have seen it, and it was new. That's why you have seen a lot of extras, but we hope something good than what happened. And my bowlers was looking forward to get those runs off, and batters were well disciplined, and that's why we managed to get that score with no any wicket.
Yeah, you had a very good performance from one of your veterans, Marie Diane. We all know she's a very clinical cricketer. And what do you think you guys maybe could do better this afternoon going into the Sierra Leone game?
Of course, we have to cut off those extras, then we brought more discipline than what we did in the morning, and then we have to go more singles than what we did, looking forward for getting better positive of that next game. That's all about.
All right, congratulations on the win, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
And that concludes the post-match presentation. Rwanda versus Mozambique. Hey, it's off.